On the outskirts of Sen'jin Village, you find a troll scout moving between vantage points, peering west towards the mountains. Curious of what threats could linger so closely to the troll's village and the Valley of Trials, you approach the scout. Lower your voice, warrior. The Kolkar Centaur lie just over the ridge to the west in Kolkar Crag. Last night while they were raiding, I snuck into their village and discovered that the dirty beasts have a 3-tiered attack planned on the trolls and orcs of Durotar. We mustn't let their invasion come to fruition. Perhaps you can muster the might needed to infiltrate Kolkar Crag and destroy their attack plans. Last I saw, they had divided them up amongst 3 of their leaders. The Centaur are a brutal race that plague the lands they inhabit. Like a virus, they spread across the landscape with no regard for nature. They've been known to hunt species to extinction and leave only arid wasteland in their wake. Their warbands have been a consistent nuisance to the Horde's efforts in Durotar. If they have somehow managed to organize themselves, they may pose a serious threat to the Horde forces around them. As you near the mountain range, you see several Centaur scouts spread out from an opening in the mountainside. Approaching the clearing, you find the Centaurs have created a base camp within this ravine. Born of a disgusting affair between the son of the elves demigod Cenarius and the corrupted earth elemental Princess Theradras, you leer at these 4-legged abominations with disgust. Approaching the first of their tent structures, you spy a centaur armored differently from its kin. A string of skulls draped around its neck. Perhaps this warlord is responsible for uniting the centaur here. Regardless, the trolls of Sen'jin Village will be happy to hear of this warlord's demise. Within the first of the Centaur's tents, you find detailed plans for an assault on the Valley of Trials. Considering the challenge these Centaur are posing as you face them now, you're certain you would have been overwhelmed as an initiate in the valley. As you destroy these plans, you take pride in protecting the future warriors of the Horde, and the instructors that provided you guidance not long ago. Venturing deeper into the ravine, you find another small camp constructed by the Centaur. You should clear this site as well, and search for any additional war plans. It is unfortunate the Centaur still persist in these lands. They have been a nuisance since the founding of Durotar. Amidst Admiral Proudmoore's assault on Durotar, the Centaur kidnapped the Tauren leader's son and nearly threw the Horde's forces into disarray.
Who are you, traveler? Why have you come here? I come in the name of Thrall, war chief of the Horde. His lands are in danger, and he calls upon his old allies to aid him. I seek the one known as Cairn. Do you know him?
I am Cairn, but I can be of help to no one. Return to your war chief and tell him that I am dead, just as my heart is dead.
The barbarous Centaur attacked our village recently. Our chieftain's only son, Baine, was taken captive. The Centaur are cannibals and do not keep prisoners for long.
As you strike down the last Centaur at this camp, you find another set of attack plans. It appears to be a planned assault on Sen'jin Village. The troll village is so near to the Centaur's camp, and so far from the nearest Horde reinforcements. You have undoubtedly prevented a great tragedy by destroying these plans and scattering the Centaur forces. Having cleared this passage, you set your sights on the final third of the ravine, still crawling with Centaur foes. Battling your way into the final passage, you sight yet another Centaur camp. Again, you venture forth in search of any remaining Centaur plans. In this camp, you find documents detailing an assault on the Horde's capital of Orgrimmar. Very presumptuous of the Centaur to believe they could attack the heart of the Horde's forces. Surely their attack could have been routed. But better to cut the head off this beast before the Centaur pose a threat to any Horde citizens. Luckily, Thrall's allies were able to assist the Tauren in locating and freeing their leader's heir, and Cairn was able to lead his forces into battle alongside the orcs and trolls.
That's the Centaur encampment. They could be keeping Baine in one of those cages, but we'll have to fight our way to them. Don't worry, Baine. We'll have you back to your father in no time.
Baine, my son. I thought I'd lost you forever. I was an old fool to despair. Rexa, by returning my son to me, you have given me new life. For that I will ever be grateful. Now, you said that your war chief was in trouble, that the Horde needed the Tauren once again. Well, Thrall did much for us in his time, and we will not fail him. My warriors will rendezvous with the war chief upon the battlefield, but I will be returning with you.
Having destroyed the Centaurs' plans and scattered their forces, at least for the time being, you return victorious to the Troll Scout and report the details of what you've uncovered in Kolkar Crag. The Horde would surely prevail if the Kolkar Centaurs were to attack, but by preventing such an attack we have spared our mighty warriors unnecessary bloodshed. And as sure as there is sand in the Tanaris Desert, we know that there will be blood spilled before the trying times are through. You have served your people well, warrior. With the Horde's forces successfully defended, you journey back to town, eager to face whatever adventures await.